everyone, I'm a big fan. I'm Nade.
I'm Joe.
And today we're talking about Pixar movies ranked. So on this board here, we have each of our list of the way we rank Pixar movies. We didn't include any sequels, so like Cars 2 and 3, Finding Dory, Incredibles 2, things like that. It's just like the first movies or any standalones. So we're going to do bottom half of the list and then top half. And we'll compare and discuss. Maybe we'll fight. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So
right.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. Okay. So how are we gonna start this off?
We're gonna do from 8 to 14. Should we
just do it both at the same time?
Yeah. Ready?
Okay. Ready?
Oh shit. Okay. All right. So.
Oh, okay. So disclaimer: I did this before with my family, and I had to like move things around. Like this list, for me at least, is not set in stone. Like depending on the day, depending on my mood, like I know I'm gonna change it, and I know this like right now is like what I'm not gonna agree with in like 2 weeks. Okay.
So yeah, my 8th spot is Good Dinosaur. Yours.
Well, let's see what we agreed on. So bottom half we both have
Good Dinosaur.
That's interesting though. Good Dinosaur.
We have Cars.
Cars.
WALL-E. And
you have WALL-E so low. Interesting. Are you gonna like defend your spots?
Maybe.
Toy Story. Oh god, that hurts.
Okay, well, you wanna start? You can start.
Me? Okay. Yeah. Just quick reasoning for why Good Dinosaur, just compared to everything in Pixar, like I really liked it, but I just feel like it doesn't feel as much like a Pixar movie. Brave, I don't know why I have it so low. I think I made this list as like I looked at it through like an emotional standpoint, and like those ones just didn't hit. Although I did cry for Good Dinosaur. Maybe I have to see. Look, I have to reevaluate.
We have to reevaluate everything again. I was kidding.
Anyway, so yeah, didn't really feel Brave. Finding Nemo, it's funny, but at the moment I'm not. I also haven't. So we both haven't watched.
We haven't
anything
watched
recently.
Except for me, I watched a Good Dinosaur.
You watched Good Dinosaur.
Recently.
See, that's why you like it more because you saw it.
Yeah.
So this is just how I'm feeling right now. Finding Nemo, not really feeling it right now. Cars. I do like Cars, wow. The pause.
That pause, I don't know, Nick.
I think I wanted it higher. Dude, I'm literally, like, as soon as this video is over, I'm going to change everything.
And then we're just going to...
A Bug's Life. You know, bugs. Kind of gross. It's really good, though. I still like it, just not as much right now. Monsters. God, I don't have anything bad to say. So that's the problem with this bottom half. I don't have anything bad to say about it. It's just they didn't make it. You know what I mean?
They didn't make it to the top tier.
But yeah, monsters. Okay. Anyway, and then WALL-E is also. It's just right there at the bottom of it. So it's like, It's good, but it didn't. I don't have a good job with this bottom half.
Yeah.
Basically, they just weren't as good as the top half.
Yeah.
And so they're just kind of like randomly spread out at the bottom. That's all that I can say about it.
Yeah. So my last place is Cars. I don't know.
You can't like emotionally relate to Cars.
Yeah, I guess not. No, I thought it was good. I liked it. It's just like, it's one of those things where it doesn't really call to me when I think Pixar, you know?
Interesting.
It's like one of those, I don't know, it doesn't come to my mind like at first. Like I can think of everything else except Cars, you know? So that's why my 14th space is Cars. Inside Out, weirdly enough, I liked it, but it's just, like the same thing with Cars, I kind of just, it didn't radiate to me, like radiate and like...
Resonate?
Resonate, that's the word. Resonate in like an emotional way for me. It was a good story and everything, the idea, the concept of it. Yeah. It was like, it was good. But it's just going to be in my 13th debate. WALL-E, I don't know, I don't remember it. But I know that there's a lot of these, they're like ones that I didn't have like an attachment to that much. I thought they were good. I just,
Yeah.
you know. So that's why my Wall-E, it was really like political, and I like that, and like about like
You know what's funny is that I think the director said that he wasn't trying to make it political. So if you watch it again, it's not very. It doesn't really make a statement on anything.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't like give you a side or like resolve anything. It's just kind of like, it's there.
It's just there. Yeah. Yeah, Wall-E. Up, I'm pretty sure I only enjoyed the first half, and then everything else was just like a blur to me. Because all I remember was just like the little sad montage in the beginning and everything, and then that was mostly it. But I don't know. It's like that weird thing that I only know like patches of it. So that's why. But it's pretty high up in my list still, though.
It's pretty high up.
Considering like, you know.
Okay.
So Incredibles, same thing. I liked it, but the fact that I don't really, it's kind of forgettable to me. Like these movies are kind of like forgettable. And plus, I'm you know me. I don't really watch Pixar religiously. I don't rewatch a lot of these except for some. So
this is the difference between somebody who like will go back to it over and over again.
Yeah, and then like, me, it's just like, so same thing. Toy Story wasn't the one that I kind of grew up with, so that's why I have it so low. Good Dinosaur, I just recently watched it and I liked it because the fact that it was very like adventure, Wild West type thing, and you know me, I like the Wild West. But it was like nice, and plus also like long-necked dinosaurs will get me because it gets me because of the fact that I grew up with what's it called, the Land Before Time. So like Littlefoot, cries. I legit teared up. I was crying. I was just like. So yeah, those are my reasons. They're just.
That's so interesting. Like, literally, most of these are in my top. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's move on. And I'll defend why I want them in the top.
Okay, ready?
30.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Oh my gosh!
So this is my top 7.
Interesting. Let's see. We still don't really have anything in the same spot at all.
Yeah. Except for Onward.
Nope.
Is like, no, well, not the same spot, but like close.
Oh, I see. Okay, so I'll just do mine. So 7 Up, it like barely passed the threshold for me, but it was because, so you were saying how like only the first 5 minutes like really like got you, but for me the ending I think is what pushed this one to the top half, because when Carl is like there for Russell at the end, when like he's giving him the badge and like he gives the grape soda pin, and I was like, God, I'm so emo, because like Russell doesn't really have a good home life, and he gets this like cool grandpa who like took him to South America, even though the grandpa didn't want to take him to South America. But like we love
grumpy grandpas.
Yeah, it was cute. Incredibles is I think the story is so different from, I feel like it's what started off Pixar being like not just like show that animation isn't just for kids. Like it's kind of a more, I want to say teenage animation, like it like, but it still has like more adult themes. So I really like the story, and this one I feel like out of all the Pixar movies, this one is like not a crying one for me, but Brad Bird is just a great man. He did Iron Giant. So like he just, you know, he has that mind, and it's like I just really respect it. Not enough to put it on the top 3, but like it's okay. Ratatouille, again, like food, like I don't know if you're one of those people who just like really appreciates food movies, and like when it makes you feel good about like eating food, and like it makes you want to eat food and stuff like that. Like all of it. Anyone can cook. Like you're right, I can cook. I burn everything, but it's okay. Like that's still cooking, right? Coco. That. It's like we're getting to these top ones get like emotional.
The waterworks
makes like, I watched just the ending, like when Miguel is singing the lullaby.
Yeah.
Just and sobbing all over again. Like I could not. it just like made me so emo.
Yeah.
Inside Out, I love because I like the idea of like looking into the head, and especially from like somebody who is coming of age and like moving to a new school and like trying to navigate their own emotions, like even as an adult, and even if I've never moved schools, been to like a new area, like lived somewhere else, like I still, you know, can relate to that feeling of not knowing how to emotionally process things and, you know, needing like the support from like the parents, and that you can't just bottle it up. Like it was just like, I felt like that was such a like a good message, especially for like kids, to say like it's okay to like say you're not okay, kind of thing. And then Onward, I'm glad that you also have Onward really high up.
Yeah.
But because I was arguing with my family that like maybe it is recency bias that like is making me push it so far up, but that story like really like it really hit for me, just that, because like I really love like my brothers, and they're way older than me, so they kind of feel like father figures. Yes. And oh yeah, dude. That's basically. So that made me like, it made me like emo. And then I talked to them about it, and they're like, it was okay. I'm like, no, dude, like you don't get it. Like you're my dad. So. So yeah, so that's why this one is so high up for me. And also, like, I don't understand why people don't appreciate like how unique this story is, and it's so cool to see them like put like this type of world, like Dungeons and Dragons type of world, like into Pixar. Like it's so fun, and you know, you wanna, when you have animation, like you want them to create worlds that you can't make when you do live action. You know, you want them to be creative. You want to see like how far they can push their animation strength. You know, so developing this entire world and putting all of this like detail into it, like it's crazy good. Like you have to go back and like look at it frame by frame. It's so good. And then Toy Story, it's like the opposite of you, right? You said you didn't really grow up with it. I like lived and breathed Toy Story, so I feel like this being number one is really kind of encompassing all of the Toy Story movies together, since we didn't have the sequels on here. It just, Toy Story as a whole makes me emo. I just have so much love for it. I mean, I have a Buzz Lightyear tattoo, you know, calling all Space Rangers, Star Command. I just like love Toy Story so much, like everything about it. The fact that it was like the first computer generated movie, and that nobody thought that people would want to watch a movie about toys coming to life, and that it just became the success that it is today. Like I just think like that's so crazy. Like it's just, you know, come on, I'm not, come on, please, just move it up a little bit, just a little bit. Anyway, this is, and I you know, sometimes I look at this, I'm like, okay, maybe it shouldn't be this high up. Like I think I am attaching too much to it, and to be fair, maybe I like do like Onward and Inside Out better, but like I said, I'm gonna change this after the video's over, so that's as it is right now. All right, John, give me your
bam. Okay, so the reason why Brave is on my 7th is because I really enjoyed the fact that there wasn't this whole big old like love interest thing. Yeah. That she was very independent.
I'll be shooting for my own hand.
Exactly.
I'm not even gonna try to.
But like also the fact that like it was a mother-daughter story in a way. Yeah. Because of the fact that I feel like a lot of movies, they kind of have this like estranged like relationship between like a mother figure and their daughter and stuff. And I feel like also like with like Disney's like track record with stepmothers and stuff, so I felt like it was just like a nice, like, you know, just something like new in a way from like what we're used to from like Disney and like stuff like that, because no one really talks about those kind of relationships, you know? Yeah. Usually in like coming of age stories. Technically Brave is a coming of age story in a way.
Yeah, so. It is, yeah.
So, but that's why it's in my 7th. 6, Finding Nemo, the reason why I really, honestly, Finding Nemo could have been like higher up if anything, but the reason why Finding Nemo is on my 6th spot is because the fact that like it's just the ocean.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of this very big, giant, vast place that you really don't know, and like all the other stories that you have about oceans either like makes you feel like terrified and stuff, like Jaws for example, like, and then movies of like shipwrecks and stuff. You get all these scary, and I understand that the ocean is a scary place because it's not, we haven't really explored it as much as like land and stuff, but like the fact that Finding Nemo kind of makes you feel like this good feeling, like this peaceful feeling of just seeing. It's like basically like really visual. There's like moments in the movie where it's kind of like quiet and they're just swimming, and it's just nice. I don't know. That's why I really like Finding Nemo and like also Finding Dory. But
so yeah, I know we didn't do sequels because we felt that it would be too long of a list. But personally, like I don't know how like the majority of the fans feel about it, but I like Finding Dory a lot better. Like story wise, it gets a little like sloppy, but the base of it, like that story of Dory, like her like finding her family. Just that one specifically, not like any of the others, so it kind of gets a little weird, but I really liked that. Like I just like that one, like really like emotionally like gets to me, and the fact that because it's the newer movie, they really what's the word, like fine-tuned their like water animation, and so everything like looks so real, and you really feel like you're in it. So I prefer Finding Dory over, like that. Finding Dory would be like way high up on my list. No, I agree with you with that whole ocean stuff.
It's just a nice thing just to see. Usually. So Monsters Inc. I loved it. That's why it's on my 5th spot. I don't know. I like monster related things, so it's like that's why I like Monsters Inc.
This is another one where I like the sequel better. So I don't know. I know we didn't.
Technically, that's a prequel. Monsters, you know.
Details. Sorry, film major.
But it made monsters very like human. And that's what I really like, because like just the stories I've read, like Frankenstein and Dracula, like a lot of these monster like films, there's this like hidden yearning to be like human and stuff, and I enjoy that. That's what they kind of did with Monsters Inc. That they just made it into everyday life for monsters and stuff. So that's why it's up there. Bugs Life. So this is where the reason why it's up there is because of like nostalgia. Because for me personally, I grew up with Bugs Life, so that's why it's up there. Where did you put
I changed it. I changed it. This one was high up, and then I like looked at it and I was like, I don't know. I didn't like feel it. Anyway, no, but I agree with you though that it does deserve to be. All of them do. I hate this list so much.
So basically it's Bugs Life is just, it's up there because of nostalgic factor. You know, it was one of those movies that like I remember like all my siblings watching and like really enjoying and stuff, and like the funny little like characters and everything. So 4th place. So my top 3. Okay, so Onward. Same thing, kind of what Nade was saying, how our big brothers were kind of like father figures to us. So same with my brother, even though we're kind of like only 5 years apart. He was just a big part of my life, you know. So wow, am I about to cry? Are we just gonna? This is where we cry. And this is the segment. No, but yeah, basically the fact that like I was able to really relate with the story and stuff, and that also like it goes really well with like how a lot of people, their older siblings are their parents, you know.
That's very true.
Because like as much as we love our parents, sometimes they were doing other things like working to like make sure that we know
what's it called,
all that stuff.
Latchkey kids, like where you come home to an empty house because your parents are off working. Like that was definitely our lives, and so the only people you're really around are your siblings. Or in our case kind of, we had like our grandparents. That's why segue to Coco. That's a good one. That's good.
Majority of my childhood, I was raised by like my grandparents and stuff because like we said, like our parents were like working to make sure that we were like, you know, good. So Coco, I watched it twice in my life. Once was when I was just with my friend David, but the second time it hit me harder because of, wow, it really is a lot of works coming out. The second time was after when my grandpa passed away. So that's why Coco is up there. Whoa! I didn't know this was an emo night, Nate.
I didn't do it, I swear. Talk about Ratatouille.
But no, yeah, but I honestly, Coco was a good movie. There was like representation. So Ratatouille. I can't take myself serious because I'm like my eyes are watering. I'm just like, but yeah, Ratatouille. Okay, but yeah, Ratatouille has a special place in my heart because I am one of those people that like cooking and like, you know, stuff like that. But I don't know. I feel like Ratatouille is one of those movies that I can just go back to. You know, the part when Remy makes Ratatouille and he feeds it to what's his name, Ego.
Yeah, Anton
Ego, and he has that moment of like he just thinks of his childhood because I can relate to that because there's certain food for me that like does bring me back to like my childhood and just it's just a nice feeling because like food is a really big part of like everyone's lives and stuff, and it's able to also connect people in ways, you know, that you wouldn't really think would connect people. But yeah, I don't know, it's just like I said, it's one of those movies that I just go back to and stuff, and just food. But yeah, that's why it's on my top one, my top friends. I was kidding.
And that's it. So honestly, if we were to, at least personally, if I were to chop this in half and this was my top and that was one, like I could defend both ways. I don't know why we did that.
I don't.
It sounded fun in theory.
But someone cried.
But I can't keep one set list to save my life.
Yeah,
all of them are so good. And, you know, it's so hard to, like, I don't want to give Pixar that much credit because I feel like everyone says that. Everyone, like, holds Pixar in, like, such high regard. But, I don't know. I think it's just a testament to, like, how hard they, like, work together to try to create stories that matter to people. Because, obviously, just between the two of us, in this specific moment in time, our lists are way different.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
almost completely opposite from each other. It just shows that like just one company, like it can produce such a range, I think. Yeah. You know, I don't know, defend me. I mean, not defend, but argue with me here. Like, is there like another company that could create so many different types of stories and still like speak to people? Because, you know, like there can be somewhere like you try to create like a different story and nobody likes it.
Yeah. I think with Pixar it's a little bit different because I feel like, I don't know, it has this like strong bond to everyone, you know? DreamWorks and like what's the other one? Leica.
But that's like a complete, because I think we both really love them too.
Yeah.
And it's a different type of feeling though.
Yeah.
Which it's hard to explain.
Yeah. Okay, so I think the fact that like the reason why Pixar and like Disney in the whole has been in everyone's lives as long, you know, and like the other studios, like, yeah, we just have a special bond. Like I feel like even if you're not like an avid Disney Pixar watcher, you still kind of have, I'm pretty sure you have watched majority of these movies, and it's just like very big impact in you and stuff. So that's why I honestly, that's why I think that like.
But that's why I think Pixar's special. Because no matter who you are, you're gonna watch one of them.
Yeah.
And I think that is what makes it so good. That they can reach different types of people, and that if you don't like one, you'll like another one. You know.
Yeah.
Like you can't completely write it off just because it's an animation.
Yeah.
If that's an argument. I don't know if that's an argument anymore.
I don't even know.
But I feel like people are like catching on. But anyway. That's it. Let us know. Argue with me, dude. Somebody out there. Argue with me on anything.
Yeah, argue with her because mine is just like, like I said,
tell me why I should move things because I like to my mind to be changed. Anybody?
just
Am I shouting into the void?
But anyways, we'll put the list of movies in our description box, and you guys can rate the movies and comment down below. Make sure to like this video if you did. And that's it. We'll see you guys in the next video. All our socials are down below. Bye, guys.
Bye.